All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive into some really cool stuff. This time, we're going to be talking about love and dating
Oh,
in 2025. So we've got this excerpt from a research paper.
okay.
It's called Love and Dating in 2025, Trends, Psychology, and Digital Innovations.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. And it's going to be a wild ride. So we're going to break it down for you guys today, give you a really good understanding of just how dating has changed, what new challenges and opportunities are out there, and what it could mean for all of us. We're going to talk about some really interesting things. We've got this thing called slow dating, mental health dating.
Wow.
We've got dating burnout.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
We've got AI-powered dating coaches in the Metaverse.
Oh my goodness.
So it's going to be good.
It sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
Lot to unpack there.
So let's just jump right in.
Right.
And talk about some of these trends. So the first one
Yep.
really jumped out at me was this idea of slow dating.
Yeah. It's really interesting.
What is that?
It seems like people are moving away from that whole quick swiping culture that we've seen.
Yeah.
You know, just swiping through profiles, making snap judgments.
Right.
And they're actually looking to prioritize deeper connections.
Oh, okay.
So this means they want to have like meaningful conversations,
Mm.
shared experiences, really get to know someone
That makes sense.
before deciding if they even like them, you know?
It's like the slow food movement,
Yeah,
but for dating.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's about savoring the experience
Yeah.
instead of just going for the instant gratification.
Yeah. So instead of just like fast food hookups,
Oh,
people are
yeah.
looking for like gourmet
Yeah,
connections.
absolutely.
Why do you think that is? What's driving this shift?
Well, you know, I think part of it is this growing awareness that those superficial connections, they're
Yeah.
just not really fulfilling.
Right.
You know, in the past decade, we've been bombarded with images and information online.
Mm-hmm.
It's overwhelming. It's exhausting.
Right.
And so I think people are craving something more genuine, something deeper.
So it's about quality over quantity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fewer dates, but more meaningful ones.
And speaking of being more deliberate about who
Huh.
we date,
Yeah.
the source also talks about this rise of something called mental health dating.
Yes. That's so fascinating, isn't it?
I know. What is that?
Well, it seems like mental well-being,
Okay.
it's becoming a really, really important factor for
Okay.
people when they're choosing a partner.
So it's not just about physical attraction anymore.
No, not at all. I mean, of course, that still plays a role for many people,
Yeah.
but this is deeper. Singles are really starting to prioritize things like emotional intelligence,
Oh.
self-awareness. You know, do they understand themselves?
Yeah.
And even, are they willing to grow?
Mm-hmm.
Are they open to personal development?
Wow, it's like almost like a prerequisite now.
Right. It's becoming a must-have. Like, you
Yeah.
wouldn't buy a car without checking the engine, right?
Right.
So why would you enter a relationship without considering someone's emotional maturity?
Yeah. I guess after years of seeing relationships fall apart because of unresolved issues,
Exactly.
you know, like baggage and emotional immaturity, people are realizing that a partner's mental and emotional health is just as important as their physical attributes.
Absolutely. It's like you said, a prerequisite, a foundation for a healthy relationship.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. And you know what's interesting is that this whole idea of emotional maturity and self-awareness,
Right.
it's like it ties in perfectly with attachment theory,
Oh, absolutely.
which the source also mentions, is playing a bigger role in how people are approaching dating these days.
It's so insightful, isn't it? Attachment theory.
Yeah, could you break that down for us a little bit?
Sure. It basically explores how our early childhood experiences
Okay.
actually shape the way we attach to others in relationships. So it's like we develop these attachment styles based on those early experiences, and they can be secure,
Yeah.
anxious, or avoidant.
So like if someone tends to get really clingy in a relationship
Yeah.
or is constantly worried about being abandoned,
Yeah,
that might be because of an anxious attachment style.
exactly. It could stem from experiences in their childhood where they felt insecure or inconsistent care.
So it's not about blaming childhood,
No, not at all.
but it's about using that knowledge
Yeah.
to understand our patterns and triggers
Yeah.
and work on developing healthier relationship habits.
Precisely. And you know what's great about understanding attachment theory? It can be really helpful in preventing and even addressing
Okay,
something
yes.
that's unfortunately becoming increasingly common.
Okay, with that.
Dating burnout.
Ugh, Yeah.
You've heard of that, right?
Yeah, I've definitely felt it.
Yeah. It's like this overwhelming feeling of exhaustion from the whole dating process.
It can be a lot.
Right.
The constant swiping, the pressure, the
Yeah.
disappointments, the superficial conversations.
Exactly. It's like you're putting in all this effort, but not really getting much in return.
Yeah. And so how does attachment theory help with that?
Well, it can help us understand our own needs and
Okay.
communicate them more effectively.
Okay.
So, for example, if you know you have an anxious attachment style, you can be more mindful about setting boundaries
Right.
and not getting too attached too quickly.
Oh, that's good advice.
And if you understand your partner's attachment style, you can better manage your expectations and avoid those unnecessary conflicts.
So it's about being a good partner yourself
Mm-hmm.
as much as it is about finding a good partner.
Exactly. It's a two-way street.
It's all about self-awareness.
It really is. Now, even with this focus on, really intentional dating
Yeah.
and mental well-being, we can't forget about the role technology plays in all this.
Right, because dating apps are still a big deal, right?
Oh, absolutely. In 2025, they're still a major force. They've just evolved. They've had a serious upgrade.
The excerpt was talking about AI and algorithms being so advanced now.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's like, imagine having a matchmaker on steroids.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. We're not just talking about basic preferences anymore.
Yeah.
AI can analyze your behavior patterns,
Oh, wow.
your communication styles, even psychological profiles,
No way.
to try to find matches that are truly compatible.
So it's like they're really getting to know you
Ugh.
on a deep level.
It's pretty mind-blowing. It's like having a Cupid with a PhD in psychology.
Okay, but say those super smart algorithms
Yeah,
don't find the one.
right.
There are a lot of other options,
Oh,
right?
no, tons.
Like a whole buffet of different dating apps.
Exactly. Have you seen how specialized they've become?
No, tell me.
Well, think about any interest, hobby, lifestyle you can imagine.
Okay.
There's probably an app for it.
What, really?
Yeah. Vegan dating, apps for dog lovers, bookworms,
Wow.
adventure seekers, you name it.
So much for that old excuse. It's hard to meet people.
Right.
But okay, now I'm thinking, with all these options,
Yeah.
is choice overload a thing?
It's a great question. And the excerpt actually talks about that.
Okay.
Because you're right, having too many choices,
Yeah.
it can be paralyzing.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so people might hesitate to commit because they're worried.
Oh, yeah.
What if there's someone better out there?
Right. FOMO.
Exactly. And that constant evaluation, that comparison,
Yeah.
it can lead to a lot of indecision and even a sense of emptiness.
Oh, that's sad. More options, but less satisfaction.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
It is. And, it's kind of sad, but even with all this progress, it seems like some things never change.
What do you mean?
Like ghosting.
Hmm?
Still a problem in 2025.
Unfortunately, yes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense in a way, right? It's so easy to connect and disconnect digitally.
Yeah, I guess.
So it seems like that's actually made ghosting even more common.
Oh, no. So people are still dealing with that. Emotional uncertainty and the fear of vulnerability.
It's tough. But hey, at least we have video first dating now, right?
Oh, yeah. That's got to help.
Yeah, so before you even meet in person, you can have a video call. Get a better sense of someone's personality, see if there's chemistry.
Yeah, that's so smart.
Weeds out the catfish, too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No more surprises. Well, hopefully fewer. Anyway.
Okay, but let's talk about the really futuristic stuff now.
Okay.
Metaverse. VR dating. Dating in virtual reality.
It's wild, right?
I know.
It's really pushing the boundaries of what we even consider dating.
So what you're telling me I could go on a date
Yeah, imagine this.
with someone's avatar?
You meet for a virtual stroll through a Parisian garden.
Oh, wow.
Or you share a digital sunset on a beach in Bali.
That sounds amazing.
All from the comfort of your own home.
But can you really build a connection
That's the big question.
through a screen? I mean, a digital avatar.
Right, and it's something researchers are still trying to figure out.
Yeah.
VR and the metaverse, they offer some incredible opportunities
Hmm.
for shared experiences, creative expression,
Right.
but genuine connection, deep down. It requires more than just visuals and sensory stimulation.
Right.
It needs emotional vulnerability, open communication,
Mm-hmm.
that willingness to be present. Really
With
much.
another person, even if they're just an avatar.
Right.
So Are those AI-powered dating coaches
Oh, yeah.
going to help us with
Well,
that?
that's the idea. They're like personalized dating assistants.
Okay.
So as you're navigating the virtual dating scene,
Yes.
they can analyze your conversations,
Oh, wow.
give you feedback,
Oh, cool.
offer flirting tips. They even help you overcome insecurities.
It's like having a virtual wingman or wingwoman
Exactly.
guiding you through this whole new world.
That's a great way to put it. So as we wrap up,
Okay, yeah.
what stands out to you as the biggest takeaway from all this?
I think it's fascinating how dating in 2025
Mm-hmm.
is this mix of technology
Mm-hmm.
and human psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've got these amazing tools that can help us connect, analyze compatibility, and even give us dating advice in real time.
Mm.
But the fundamental things about building a strong relationship, they haven't changed.
They really haven't. It's still about emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
self-awareness, communication, vulnerability.
Those core things.
The human element is irreplaceable.
So technology can enhance the experience, but it can't replace the human connection.
Exactly. We're all works in progress, right?
Right.
And building those lasting, meaningful relationships,
Mhm.
it takes effort, intention, and a genuine desire to connect on a deep level.
Okay, so for all of you out there getting ready to dive into the dating pool in 2025,
Right.
remember, technology is just a tool. The real magic happens when you bring your authentic self to the table.
I love that. That's such a great reminder.
Now, here's something to ponder. With all these advancements, do you think dating in 2025 would be like a utopia of perfect matches and effortless romance? Or will we still face those age-old challenges of heartbreak and miscommunication and the complexities of human connection? Let us know your thoughts. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the future of love and dating. We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration.